Alright, so hey guys, yeah, I got a lot of requests of making a how to use this Canon video, which is about the Overstacker I just released. Yeah, so I'll be showing on how to use it. It's quite confusing, some of the parts. So yeah, to overstack, what we're gonna need is obviously you got your restack sand. I mean, you're definitely gonna be using that if you're gonna overstack. Restack sand, restack hammer. It's basically a delayed OCB hammer. So yeah, the red one is the overstack restack hammer. And then the way I overstack is with swinging. So I'm not going to be explaining on what swinging actually is. I just know that it's a certain hammer amount. So you got your hammer here and your extra hammer, which is right here. So the red one, it's extra hammer. So you enable that. You enable the restack hammer, obviously, and the restack sand. And then it should be all good to just overstack on 11 high. Just like this. Yeah, there we go. So it's gonna stack, it's gonna kind of rev up and then restack right after. Yeah, but we want to nuke as well, because this Canon has a nuke. Yeah, we can enable it by just this white wool here. It's gonna enable the nuke hammer. This is the nuke hammer, it's alternating. And obviously the nuke itself. So there's one important thing when you're overstacking and nuking. You have to enable this scatter right here. Because if you're not enabling the scatter, yeah, I'll just show you. So let's say you got your stack here. Wait, this is kind of confusing. Yeah, so you got your initial stack and you got your overstack right here. When you're shooting without the scatter right there, the nuke is going to end up here, and the nuke hammer is going to end up right on top of the restack sand. And when it's going to explode, nothing's going to happen, obviously. Therefore, we have a scatter. It's going to scatter and drop the nuke hammer. It's going to be like this, and then it's going to be like a regular nuke. So yeah, to nuke with the overstacker, we enable the scatter right there, and the nuke. If you fire right now, you'll see that it's going to stack, scatter a little bit, and then actually nuke down. Yeah, so it scatters a little bit and then goes down. And then, of course, you can enable the AP, which is here, the blue one, AP power. Oh. Yeah, so the AP power is basically this entire section. So these two, this is your regular power. So let's say we're making a little patch here. It's your line patch. And so yeah, everything is on. You got your nuke, you got your AP. You'll see it's gonna stack, restack, nuke, and then AP. So it's quite a delayed AP. Right, yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so as I said in the release, you can switch between overstack and regular stacking. Yeah, so also OSB. And as I said, I'm using swinging, so you can enable or disable the extra hammer. And when you do that, it's going to be a regular hammer amount. So we disable the extra hammer, and you disable the scatter, obviously, and the nuke, because we want to OSB now. And for this, you're going to need the OSB hammer, which is the white one instead of the red one here. So it's a little bit earlier. And then obviously you're going to need the regular restack sand, because you can't OSB without restack sand. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. Just gonna disable the AP because why not? Yeah, so that's about it. And then I'll show you. It's going to OSB right now. So regen. Yeah, there we go. It's barrel height. And you can also nuke with the RCB as well. But then we have to, yeah, so we enable the nuke. We're going to enable the scatter as well, which is the nice part. You can scatter the restack sand and then nuke right after, because it's kind of happening the same with the overstack. Yeah, so you'll see it's gonna RCB and then do the scatter thingy and then nuke down. Yeah, here we go. So it's the same as the overstacker, but just not overstack, at the same barrel height. Yeah, we have an alt scatter here as well. If you don't know what it does, I'll show you. Just gonna disable everything. Just gonna disable the restack sand as well. I'll load up. I'll just do 2 shots. Oh shit. Okay, well. It's gonna hybrid. Oh fuck. Hold up. I'll show you. I'll just load up a couple of shots. It's hybriding and then just backstack. Yeah, so this is mainly useful for regens. If you're shooting at the side here, on the side, it's gonna, hybrid and then stack right here. You do that until we're basically right there. It's gonna hybrid and then it's gonna break the wall here. So it's basically RCB. Well, no, not really. It's just, yeah, it's gonna bust a regen there. So you can straight shoot certain bases with that. Yeah, so that's it for the overstacker. Of course, you have your slap bust here with your anti-clip TNT. You can, in the scam, it's enabled. You can just disable it by getting rid of this repeater here, because I know some people prefer not to use it. Yeah, so AP, you got your slap bust, got your nuke down there. This is the slap bust, and got your filter bypass. I mean, that speaks for itself. Yeah, also a nice thing. I made this clock right here that, yeah, you get a TNT for this. Okay, wait, I'll just. So let's say it's not TNT filled. Then this piston is not extracted. So if we fire once, we can just lever. Basically, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna go like this. And if we put one block in it, it's gonna be like this. The piston retracts, Every time you shoot, 2 TNT will explode. So TNT fill. Yeah, so it, the clock will work. This means that if you're firing on automatic, then after a certain amount of shots, the cannon just will just disable itself. So when the cannon is out of TNT, it basically won't explode, because these boosters here are double ticked, as well as this booster here. Yeah, so that's kind of a nice feature. So, yeah, that's about it for this cannon. It's yeah, the most important thing is basically when you're nuking, you gotta enable this this scatter here, and you got your extra hammer here for the overstacker. All right, that's about it.